Welcome, Cracker. I was coming to say hi. I'm gonna head back now. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to Laugh While the World Burns. I hope all of you are having a good weekend and that you're ready for today's idiocracy that is modern-day society. But first, before we dive in today, I want to take a brief moment here about what happened with Charlie Kirk. As I'm certain that all of you know, he was shot during his debate at the Utah Valley University and later died from the attack. This is yet another tragic reminder of just how bad things are getting in this country. I don't want this show to get too heavy, but I think it's important to reflect a little, because this isn't just about one person. It should raise questions about where things are heading in this nation. From my perspective, and in my opinion, and I've known this for a very long time, I'm sure some of you have also, but I don't see any avenue where things get better. This nation is so divided and polarized, there is no coming back. And we all should know that a house divided against itself cannot stand. So as it is written, so shall it be, as this nation is certainly divided against itself. Just a few of my thoughts, but let's continue in today's show. Former U.S. Attorney is 8th sober driver to be arrested for DUI by state trooper. Nashville, Tennessee, a former U.S. Attorney from Kentucky is the latest sober driver to be arrested by THP trooper James Zahn. Last week, we reported that we discovered 7 sober drivers had all been arrested by Zahn for DUI. After that story aired, former U.S. Attorney Jane Bondurant called to say she too had been arrested by Zahn. "I think I'm 8 people too many," Bondurant said. I actually watched some of the news clip video from this, and the reason that they know that there's now been at least 8 people who were arrested for DUI that were actually sober is because when the blood work came back, they had a 0.0 alcohol level. The hacker who doesn't understand why he can't see my password. Me, who set my password as 8 asterisks. Used to be able to do that back in the day. ICE is even in Hawaii. Very small holding facilities though. At least they're open 24 hours. What's your favorite fall activity? Not sweating anymore. Fact check true. Now if we could just get rid of the bugs. Highly anticipated Facebook settlement checks will soon be sent to millions of users. The long-awaited payouts from the record-breaking 725 million Facebook settlement are finally being sent out to the millions of users who qualified. I read someplace else that the average payout amount is supposed to be about $30. So they either sold or gave away all of your privacy and data, and in compensation, you get $30. Go buy a Happy Meal. Y'all make $1,400 a week. I make $1,400 in 7 days. I have no idea who this is. I'm assuming some podcaster maybe? I don't know. Regardless, I don't know anybody that's making $1,400 a week. Maybe not the message that should be put on axes. Better hope that somebody isn't looking for a sign. Some people will cut off their nose just to spite their own face. That is absolutely true. Only at Costco can you book your honeymoon and plan your funeral on the same order. I'm telling you guys, it's idiocracy in real life. 8-year-old me laughing at the Amish for living off-grid. Adult me realizing the Amish are living the dream. Annual Wikipedia fundraiser says for just $2.75, you can help them censor the truth. This is the Babylon Bee, but they're not wrong. Government regulations. The economy. How did this make it all the way to publication and nobody stopped to think? Fun prank. Make people study for 16 years, then replace them with AI. That is what's happening with a whole lot of jobs and many other things too. This is absolutely true, but most people's already forgot about them and moved on because they don't talk about it in the news anymore. My political views are whatever this is. This is a cop's worst nightmare. A squirrel with a sandwich. Yeah, Peanut the squirrel and the Subway sandwich. Weapons of mass destruction. My husband asked me why I whisper in the house. I said I was afraid Google was listening. He laughed. I laughed. Alexa laughed, Siri laughed, and the refrigerator laughed. Guys, if it has internet, it's watching and listening. That's a guarantee. I forget what his name was, but back some years ago, there was even a U.S. general who stated that your dishwasher is listening to you. Who knows? Maybe that's what LED light bulbs were really about. We live in a generation of emotionally weak people. Everything has to be watered down because it's offensive, including the truth. No, especially the truth. Everything changes once you wake up. The more you learn, the more you'll never be able to see things the same way again. When people ask why I'm not a liberal, it's a lot more than just that. Housing market be like 1 bedroom with AC on open lot, $180,000. That's pretty close to the truth these days. Emperor Newsom checks his Instagram while California burns. AD 2025. They got people believing the natural foods we've been eating forever are the problem, and not the food products they're selling you. It's 1,000% true. And Celtic sea salt is really good for you too. I just found out my uncle, a lifelong Republican, is voting Democrat this fall. This would have never happened if he were still alive. Weekends used to feel like mini vacations. Now they feel like the minute boxers get between rounds. I've never had a job where I had the weekends off. As a matter of fact, I almost always worked at least one, if not both days. This Japanese restaurant has a vegan version of their noodles, and instead of taking a new photo, they just censored out the egg. Well, to a vegan, I guess that would be obscene. Remember, only you can prevent your state from becoming California. Florida man caught on video buying face mask before failed robbery across the street. A Florida man was arrested after he allegedly tried to rob an unlocked bank on Saturday evening. Colton, 33, was caught on surveillance video at a gas station purchasing a mask around 7 p.m. according to Martin County Sheriff's Office. Well, he couldn't let him see his face, so what choice did he have?
Who radicalized you?
No one. You just moved so far left that you think I'm radical. Why won't conservatives give up their lead dispensers? Ask the people shooting at them. Again, this is the Babylon Bee, but this is basically a fact check true. Can someone clarify why Putin and Trump chose to hold their meeting in Alaska instead of Washington, D.C., which is directly en route? Today's education system at work. Some of you may have saw the video where the Karen at the Phillies game basically went and stole a baseball from a kid and his dad. Well, there's been an update. Philadelphia Eagles general manager Jeffy Lurie has shocked the sports world by announcing the permanent ban of the infamous Phillies Karen from Lincoln Financial Field. His announcement came with a stern warning to fans around the world. Any hostile, reckless, aggressive, or disrespectful behavior similar to her infamous behavior will not be tolerated under his leadership. Mark Zuckerberg always looks like the guy in a zombie movie who's been bitten but is trying to keep it a secret from everyone else. That's another good explanation. I always thought he looked like an android. Of course, he's had some upgrades since then. Herschel McCartney, the namesake of Cracker Barrel's Uncle Herschel's favorite breakfast and a company goodwill ambassador. Human Resources called him to tear up his pink slip. I wonder if their stock prices ever came back up. Passengers flying first class on British Airways Boeing 747s have expressed concerns about a redesign that includes windows in some lavatories. One woman traveling to New York voiced her discomfort over the lack of blinds. A stewardess reportedly responded, "Madam, if someone is clinging to the side of this aircraft at 35,000 feet, they've earned the view." Woman who went viral for running a Burger King alone for 12 hours gets fired. Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. You have a worker who not only is able, but was willing to run the entire store by herself. Yeah, why not fire your best worker? Common sense in the 1960s, hate speech in the 2020s. Sadly, it's very true. It's like where people has had posts deleted, and even on this platform, videos has been demonetized for showing the video clip from Mr. Rogers. And you all know exactly the clip I'm talking about. But I can't show it because that's hate speech. Pro tip: if you stir coconut oil into your kale, it makes it easier to scrape off into the trash. A recent government survey shows that 3 out of 5 people make up nearly 60% of the population. Are you one of them? The thing is, I could absolutely see something like this being a government study, which is actually just to funnel money. Why does it take 7 to 10 business days to refund my money when it took 5 to 7 seconds to take it out of my account? For the same reason that you won't get paid if it's a weekend or a holiday, you have to wait till the next business day. However, with bills, they don't care if it's a weekend, holiday, or any other day. They're going to take their money out of your account regardless of what day it is. Picture of a planet 5 billion miles away from Earth. Bank security cameras. Do you sleep with your bedroom door closed? According to experts, you really shouldn't. The experts. Who wants to give up on society and live in a treehouse? That is one heck of a treehouse. Should be fairly safe in a small flood. Pro-immigration United Kingdom. Anti-immigration Poland. Probably a government sign.
Just so you know, I don't date Trump supporters.
Don't think that'll be a problem. Every liberal in America. I support Ukraine. I support Ukraine. I support Ukraine. But not this Ukraine. Do white lives matter? Leaders show compassion for black suspect in brutal murder of this woman. Charlotte's mayor responded to the murder of Ukrainian refugee by sympathizing with the black, homeless, and mentally unwell suspect. They have it on video, but they're just a suspect. Since 1975, $80 trillion has shifted from the bottom 90% to the top 1%. In 2023 alone, $3.9 trillion, enough to give every full-time worker in the 90% an extra $32,000 a year. Yeah, and then they would tax the $32,000 too. Devastating sea level rise. Yeah, and one of those billionaires probably bought that castle in the background there. Literally anything that the government or mainstream media says about anything. Yeah, you definitely should be. Like they say, don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. I don't even know if it's half these days. The itsy bitsy paycheck just posted to my account. Down came the bills and wiped the money out. Yup, unfortunately. On today's episode of Hipsters or Civil War Soldiers. Well, at least they look like men. The ATF should be a convenience store, not a government agency. Yeah, if Trump really wanted to help the people, he should have already done away with the ATF and the IRS, and a whole lot of others. Are you gonna shut up about the Epstein files? No, but it's not gonna matter, because no truth is ever gonna come out. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Those who prevent history being taught fully intend to repeat it. Yes, 1000%. But the worst part is, a whole lot of what we've been taught as being history is completely fabricated. And I'll end today's show with this. Men of America are sick and tired of being told what to do from a political party that hates them. Yes, they certainly are. And thankfully, so is some of the younger generations too. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like and subscribe, and please share the videos, guys, as it would really help the channel, because the algorithm certainly isn't helping. I may have a channel update here in the next few weeks. Also remember, for the First Amendment edition of today's show, that also has additional content not shown here on YouTube, go to my Rumble channel. The videos post there the same time they do here on YouTube. The link to my Rumble channel can be found down below in the video description. But I would like to thank all of our channel members, super thanks, buy me a coffee, those ordering merch, and all of my subscribers and viewers for your support, because this show is only made possible by viewers like you. If you'd like to become a channel member or support in other ways, the links are all down below in the video description. That brings us to the end of today's show, but I'll see you guys back here on Friday's show. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and have a safe week. Keep your head on a swivel, guys. You never know what somebody's thinking or doing. This is Akorn, over and out.